Hey guys, so welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I have a whole bunch of makeup that I'm trying out, and I placed this order a while back. It just never got around to actually trying it on camera. So this has been sitting around way too long, so now I get to play around with these products. So this is Vieve Muse. If you don't know who Vieve is, this is Jamie Genevieve's makeup line, and she just released this palette. This is the Ninetease palette. I got the Power Ink Liner, which I really wanted to try out. I got the Modern Powder Perfector, which I heard great things about it. We'll actually mix the reviews on that. And I also got the Modern Radiance Concealer. I am so excited to try this out. So the palette retails for, I believe, let's see. So I got the palette and the eyeliner for a combo of $76. And then the concealer, if you just want the palette, it's $55, and then the concealer is $29. The powder is $38. So I'm really excited to be trying this out. I really want to see if I end up truly really liking these products, which I'm sure I will. So I do have my foundation on. I am wearing the Nars Light Reflecting Foundation in the shade Patagonia M1.2. Perfect match for me. And this is the actual concealer. It's so pretty, and I have the shade medium 1, so hopefully this is my shade. Alright, so let me go ahead and swatch the shade. So this is the doe foot itself. Oof. It does have 0.45 fluid ounces. It was made in Italy and has a 12-month shelf life. That is that swatch. It looks like it'll actually be a good match for me. I am pretty excited to try it out. Let me take that off my hand. So one side, I will be using a brush. Ooh, it's definitely very, very creamy. Honestly, I think the shade match was pretty spot on. If you guys don't know already, but I've been really loving the Sephora collection concealer. It's been one of my favorites so far. So on this side, I'm going to use a brush. I am using the Morphe M173 brush, and I'm just going to tap this into my skin. You know what, let me zoom you in a little bit. And so now that you guys are zoomed in, I'm going to go ahead and tap this in here. Okay, so that looks pretty nice. Let's see, with the sponge, I am using the Morphe x Ariel sponge. And I'm just going to blend this out. I'm going to blend out the rest with my sponge. Okay, so I do have to say, I do like the sponge side better than the brush, just because I feel like there's still a lot of product there. So now I'm just gonna pick up the excess product that's left over and just push it into my skin. But to be quite honest, this concealer is really beautiful. I do have pretty crazy like dark under eyes. I mean, I wouldn't say pretty crazy, but I do have like dark circles. Nothing too crazy. I'm just being extra. Well, yeah, I'm just being extra. So that actually looks pretty nice. I love that. It is a little thick, so if you guys don't like thicker consistencies, then definitely stay away from that. But for me, I love a good full coverage under eye. Now for the powder, I'm using the shade Light. And this is the actual powder itself. Look how pretty that is as a V. And then here is the powder, and it has a little mirror on it. It's so pretty. I mean, this feels luxe, and it is refillable, so you don't have to buy the actual compact itself. You can just buy the refillable. And I did get these products off of her actual website. I didn't order it from anyone else, so I did take a little bit to get here. So with this, I'm using my Sigma tapered highlighting brush, and I'm gonna press that under my eye. I've heard a lot of people have mixed opinions about this product, so we will see. I mean, so far, there's nothing really bad about it. I'm not clinging on to any of my dry spots on my skin, and they didn't really apply any color into my face, which is awesome. I mean, maybe a little bit lighter under my eye, but nothing that I can complain about. So that's actually really nice, and I only used a little bit of product too. The actual concealer says it's infused with hyaluronic acid. This hydrating liquid concealer brightens and color corrects the look of skin for natural, perfected, radiant finish. Medium full customizable coverage, 20 true to skin shades, infused with hydrating, hyaluronic, and photo radiance complex. For the powder, $30, and it says the natural matte complexion enhancing face powder adds flawless looking coverage to set and perfect your look. Light as air, that is true. The weightless formula glides over skin seamlessly for a soft, focused finish. Infused with skin-loving ingredients such as hyaluronic acid, vegan collagen, amino acid. The setting powder blurs the appearance of pores, smooths the look of skin, and reduces shine. So here has Jamie's top tip. Use a damp makeup sponge to press the powder into the skin for longer lasting coverage. So let's go ahead and actually try that. So on the other side of this damp sponge, I'm grabbing a little bit of this powder, and I'm just gonna press this into my skin. Whoa, and pores be gone. That looks gorgeous. Definitely is adding more coverage to my face or making my pores disappear. Let's just press this all over the face. Okay, so let me zoom in more. Look at how beautiful my skin looks. I love that so much. So I do have another new product that I got actually from the Sephora VIV sale. And I got the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder, which I'm so excited to be trying out. It's the elephant one. I was really tempted to buy the butterfly one, which I'm still kind of am just because it has butterflies on it. I know that's bad, but I can't resist a good butterfly look. Look at this packaging. It's so pretty. It feels pretty heavy. It is a tin-like material. The shades in here are gorgeous. So I'm gonna use the bronzer in here and the blush and the highlighter, and I will be using this on my face and you guys will look at how it applies, and I'm just gonna be speeding up the rest of this. Okay, so this is going to be like a quick review on this palette, and I'm in love with it. I love this so much. This is a good traveling palette, so you don't have to bring like a bunch of products with you. So the next thing we're going to try out is the Vieve Ninetease palette. Like I said, this palette does retail for a whopping $55. So this palette was inspired by the iconic 90s makeup looks. The 90s palette is a modern take on where grunge meets glam. With cool tone mattes and metallic shimmers, each shade is richly pigmented, effortlessly blended, creamy, and easily buildable. Whether worn alone, layered together, or blended to customize your own shade, create endless combinations from a blown out smoky eye to a sultry supermodel shimmer. Alright, so here is the actual sleeve. I low-key just want to keep the sleeve because of how pretty it is. And it does have like the jaguars that she actually has tattooed on her back, which is pretty insane. Her tattoo artist is the one that actually did that. And then the palette also has this like little film thing to cover the Vieve. And then here is iconic Ninetease palette. This is very 90s inspired and I love that. And I do want to play with these shimmers. I am gonna try and aim for these mattes right here. So I think what I want to do is, not that you guys are zoomed in, I'm going to take Soot on a Morphe x Ariel 8. I keep saying 8. A18 brush. And what I'm going to do is look straight into the mirror and go above, whoa, that is pigmented, my crease. And I'm just gonna carve this out. And slightly take this out and wing it. Now I'm gonna go back and Soot again, intensify the shade. And with a pencil brush, this is the Morphe x Ariel A7 brush. I really want to take the shade 93. Hopefully this eyeshadow look doesn't turn into a hot mess. She did say at one point she wanted to add like a blue shade into this palette, but she didn't see how the color story would play out. Because blue was very iconic in the 90s too. Just slap a blue on your eyelid and call it a day. But she said she didn't want to do that, so it was felt like out of place. I love Jamie. I feel like she's so underrated. So I'm just adding 93 with Soot. Also, I just love her accent. Okay, so I added that. Now with a smaller blending brush, this is the Morphe M507 brush. I'm in between taking whatever, low rise or phase. I just don't know, maybe I'll take low rise. I feel like that looks better with 93. And I'm gonna blend out 93. So now I'm gonna go back in with Soot. With that same brush that I used, I did close to my lashes. And sort of just creating a wing with this. The fact that I'm keep rubbing the shade onto my skin like this and there's like no fallout is amazing. Go back in with that same pencil brush going into 93 and just smoking the shade out. And then going back in with that smaller detail brush again, go in with low rise, diffuse this whole area. Kind of just make it smoky. And with the black liner, I am going to go in and just add it, sharpen it. Right now, I'm not too worried about cleaning this up because I have an idea of what I want to do. So I am literally in between acid wash, VHS, and dial up. But let's see, this is acid wash, VHS, which they look the same but different. Okay, yeah. So I believe VHS is a little darker. This is more of a darker gunmetal shade, and this is more of a lighter metallic silver. Look, the swatch is beautiful. So I think I actually want to go in with acid wash. I don't know why I keep saying watch. It's not watch. So with a P. Louise flat brush, I'm gonna actually grab some of acid wash, just like that on my brush, and just spray it with Matte Fix Plus to make it more intense. And then kind of just clean up this area. This is why I didn't go in with concealer and clean it up, because you can just do it with the actual eyeshadow itself. Now I'm just going to fill in this blank area that I have. That looks gorgeous. That color, perfection. So now what I'm gonna do is a Power Ink liner. You guys know I've been loving the KVD tattoo liner, but I wanted to try something else. So I got her Power Ink liner in a shade black. Pretty sure this is in the shade black. It doesn't say. This is the tip. Now I'm just gonna line the upper lash line. Well, that has to be like the most easiest application of my life. That created like the most sharpest wing I've ever seen in my life. I love the point of this. Look how easy I made that inner corner line. I'm like low-key impressed. I didn't think it was gonna be that easy. You just do have to be a little bit careful with it. So now that I did that wing before it dries, I'm gonna go in the soot and just go on top of that liner and try to smoke it out. So it's not like too much of a harsh black line. Just like that. And then I'm just gonna bring it in just a little bit. Okay, I don't want to do anything too crazy on the lower lash line. So what I'm going to add is some phase. Just to add a little bit of color down there. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and do my other eye and I'll be right back. Okay, you guys, so I did finish my eyes and I'm using the eyelashes, the Beauty Creations eyelashes in the style Expensive. Look how beautiful this eye look came out. I'm in love with it. I want to do more looks with this palette. It's just super gorgeous. I feel like this is like a good holiday palette too. Like for New Year's, so the metallics and silvers. Okay, I'm gonna zoom you guys out. Also, this is a Vieve look, so I had to use her lipstick. This is in the shade Treasure, and I did pair it with the Vieve Cosmetics lip liner in the shade Chai Tea. This is how I got this lip. I am so happy with all the products I got. That eyeliner is so precise, you just have to be so careful with it. This eyeshadow palette is gorgeous. I used a good amount of the shades. If you are a cool tone lover, you'll definitely love this. I've had the Glam, I think it was the Glam palette from Natasha Denona, and I honestly did not love that palette at all. I had to give it to someone else because I just couldn't with that palette. But this palette, chef's kiss. I love this palette. I love everything in her collection so far. My face looks flawless. Flawless, 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 and I can't get over how my eyes look, how everything looks, to be quite honest with you. And so if you guys haven't noticed already, I'm in love with everything that I got, and I'm so happy that I got my hands on her stuff. I do want to purchase more of her stuff. I do wish she comes out with a foundation. I feel like that's something that's next on her list. I also want to get her brush set just because it looks pretty darn gorgeous, and it'll be nice to have that set here. And I love the little container. If I can, I'll pull up a picture right here for you guys so you guys can check that out. But yeah, everything in this collection was beautiful. I also adored the Hourglass Elephant palette. It's beautiful. My cheeks look good. My bronzer looks good. I had no problems with it. So if you guys do want me to do another eye look using this palette, please let me know in the comment section below, and I'll definitely do that for you guys. If you guys did like this video, go ahead and give me a like. Comment down below, what did you think about this eyeshadow palette? Are you gonna be picking it up? And don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!